So, yes, Mr. Dark Conservatarian, I have shaved my face. It took 30 minutes. And I have not taken down the Christmas tree because I am too lazy to do so. Anyway, so a few weeks ago I got a TikTok account, and honestly, it's pretty neat. It's a shame that I got it within a couple weeks of them being ready to ban TikTok. You know, when I first heard of TikTok, it was actually Musical.ly, where people would post videos of themselves lip-syncing to their favorite songs. I had an account, but I never used it. Mainly, I would just comment like, haha, you suck, on someone's music video, playfully. I knew the person, and, it was clear, like, you're not a... It's just your lip syncing is, like, half a second off. But anyway, this TikTok ban is a stupid idea. Because while, yes, my first impression was it's just people lip syncing to videos off key, or white liberals pretending to care about racism and injustice by posting walls of text and turning their profile pictures black for one day in June 2020. I've always been against banning TikTok because it's going to solve nothing. All these people who are worried about the effects of what TikTok has on the brain, hurting people with their attention span, they're staying up late, they're developing bad habits. That's social media in a nutshell. These people who whine and moan about China and data and security measures and what if you're being spied on. Have you guys not heard of the Patriot Act? Have you guys not heard of companies being able to spy on you and hear what you're saying, and that's why they can target ads to you when you might talk about turkey bacon, and all of a sudden you get a bunch of ads for turkey bacon? Like, yeah, this is not something that's exclusive to China or Chinese-linked companies. When I first heard of Trump saying, we're gonna ban TikTok, it's gonna be the most beautiful ban we've ever seen, I just couldn't take it seriously because the party of free speech does not believe in it. If you call for boycotting, divesting, and sanctioning Israel, you should be criminalized, they said, with the anti-BDS laws. These are the same people who time and again have shown that their support for freedom of speech is very, very, very conditional. The same people who opposed banning Trump from Twitter after the storming of the Capitol 4 years ago are the same people who essentially called for people to get canceled or fired or whatever for joking about Trump's attempt on July 13th of 2024. These are the same people who have no problem with whining and complaining that freedom of speech is not taken seriously in this country, and it's not. And then they completely show that they have no understanding of the First Amendment. Being banned from a social media platform for violating the terms of service that you agreed to abide by is not a violation of your First Amendment rights. It is freedom of association, which needs to be strengthened in this country. Any laws that prevent someone from being able to enforce the terms of service in their platform should be repealed. Frankly, this notion of security measures, like, I swear these people only talk about it if it's China or Iran, nothing else. If it was owned by Canada or the Brits or the French, they would not care. And I'm not saying that everyone who says it's because it's tied to China, I'm not saying they're racist. I'm just saying that they tend to overuse that China talking point. Yes, China is an authoritarian hellhole, and yes, frankly, the Chinese government should fall. Fully, yes. Although not by a military-backed coup. I'd rather have it be like the Chinese people rising up. But these people who are pushing this TikTok ban don't know what they're asking for. Basically, the TikTok ban bill is saying that if it's a threat to national security, it should be banned. This is just opening a Pandora's box. They're not going to just stop with TikTok. They're going to keep going. Oh, we just need to sacrifice some civil liberties for protection. Emergency powers or whatever. They'll create emergencies to use emergency powers. And as far as I'm concerned, all these security arguments do not matter in the slightest. Oh, this will keep us safe, but, your civil liberties are contracted. Nope, don't care. We should not sacrifice any of our rights for any reason at any time. And you got people who are trying to survive, who use TikTok and various other social media platforms to make a living. They're not traditionally employed, but they are making a living. They're supporting themselves or their families. This TikTok ban is going to cripple them. And as far as I'm concerned, you can't call yourself pro-freedom of speech if you are going to ban an entire country from using a platform. And you can't say you're for small businesses or for people building their own wealth when you snatch it away from them by banning a platform that has been helping them make that money. So I will happily debate the subject with anyone who wants to challenge me. I do not feel any remorse for what I've said, and I find the whole thing to be laughable. The talking points, frankly, are worth just dismissing outright. And I'm very disappointed that in 4 days, possibly, TikTok will be banned in the United States. But in 5 days, yeah, a little over 5 days, we do not have to hear Joe Biden say, "We finally beat Medicare. We have a 1,000 trillionaires in this country. Here's the deal." We don't have to hear that anymore. And, well, if you think Donald Trump is going to solve all these problems, I got a bridge to sell you.